Saw a lot of different things to do last time we were down here. I didn't know there was archery also. So there's another thing. Hello again from Onondaga Lake. We're at the northern end, Willow Bay. Got the thruway speeding out here right behind me. This morning ran into some traffic because Chocolate Challenge is going on today. It's a 5K or 10K, kind of a run, and it supports a good cause. So today, as I just said, we're at Willow Bay. We're gonna walk this final stretch on kind of the northeastern side of the lake, take in the scenery. Let's go. We're gonna go this way. We'll go under the thruway, so I'm kind of going south. And then after this, we'll head back north. There's a dog park up there, all kinds of stuff. I've never actually walked this. As I said before, this is like my first time walking around the lake. I've been here, but I haven't really looked at things. I've been here for activities or things like that, but never to just appreciate the lake. And that's what we're doing. And we're walking around the entire lake. So if you want to join us for that, subscribe to our channel. Blah, 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 blah. See, I've been here before. A lot of people come here to run. It's a nice place. We're actually going to stay in the parking lot here for a second. I think the reflection is going to pose a threat here to my idea of showing you where I am on the map. Right next to the thruway, almost on it. And I have a map that I'm going to put over the screen in a second. So this lake has a lot of history. And we're right on the spot where there used to be a racetrack for, I think, auto racing in the later days of the amusement park at Long Branch Park. So we're kind of standing right here. If we were here 90 years ago, we would have been in the middle of a racetrack. See the oval on this old aerial photograph that I have superimposed over Google Maps, and yeah, so this is where it was. And it was going out of business in the mid-30s. It was only there for maybe 3 years. And when they put the thruway in, they plowed it under once and for all. We've met up with the racers again. Must be a water stop up there. Got a bunch of cups strewn about. A lot of people out enjoying the day. This must be the 5K. There's like little kids running. I can't imagine a little kid would run like a 10K. Let's go look at the lake, see how many people are out there. There's quite a few shelters up here and everything. It's the Bayview shelter. It looks like the Vaughn family is lucky enough to have it today. Hope they enjoy their picnic. Yeah, look at this lake. We've done a lot of work out here. Honeywell, who owns what used to be Solvay Process, blah, 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 all that. The main polluters of the lake, who dumped their waste. It was a lot of waste into the lake, mercury, everything. Honeywell did a good job cleaning, dredging the bottom of the lake where the sediment settled over so many years, and they capped it. This is the good end of the lake. More polluted side is south. But yeah, up here, I mean, I would go in this water, honestly. If there's a day where they have an invite to go out into the water, I'll go in. If you look carefully at these trees, they have lights on them. This is where Lights on the Lake is every year. They light up the entire side of the lake and get to drive through. We've done that also. And we've come here for the Irish Road Bowling, which is very interesting. We'll leave both those linked in the description box down below if you want to check those out. Trying to catch some fish today. The water is really clear. Neat little tree over here. Kind of, the tree trunk is kind of like going horizontal there, and then up. Nice quiet morning here. I thought we'd walk over to where they're proposing a beach. There are 3 different locations on the lake that we're proposing beaches. This seems to be the one that's winning out, and then we'll head up to look at some other history and different things to do up here. So right now what we're looking at is a proposed beach location. I'll leave some information down in the description box from some studies that they've done about beaches, water quality and everything. It's kind of an interesting read if you like scientific papers. But basically, this is where they would put a beach. It's kind of just like right near where we were with that racetrack, where I pointed out where the racetrack was. Just over this way a little bit. You can see both places. I don't think they were planning on chopping more than 3 or 4 down. Wouldn't be a huge beach, but it would be out. This is kind of where we were before. It is. I didn't even realize. But yeah, so it would be just out that way a little bit. I'll walk over there. So swimming in Onondaga Lake is just something that hasn't been done in a long time. The fact that they're looking into beaches is kind of cool, because in the future we will have a beach here. There will be, you know, the ability to swim in this water. Thankfully they've made a lot of progress. Spent a few summers going to Cub Scout day camp, and fishing was kind of like, if you caught anything, which one person in our troop did, the scoutmaster came over, took the fish off the hook, kind of held it up for a second and put it back in the water, and that's all you could do, catch and release. Thankfully we're a little bit further past that now, so it's kind of nice to see the progress just over my short lifetime, my short time here. And it is sad that so much stuff has happened here, but it's so cool that so much stuff can happen here still after some progress. And speaking of beaches, which is what this would be, I think these would be the trees in question right here. They would probably be taken out, which is minimal, really. I mean, I think it would be kind of cool to do that. And speaking of beaches, in our next video across the lake, I'm going to point out a lot of places that were recreational areas, or recreational spaces that were changed after pollution started. After the pollution started, everyone started like not coming here because it smelled. The lake was really bad. So as I said before, I always leave different links and resources in case you want to research stuff further in the description box down below. It even looks nice right now. I'd sit out here with a lawn chair. I'm sitting on a bench right now. Yeah, just taking it in. Got the guy fish out here. Some other guys out here casting the line. And it doesn't smell bad. It smells like a lake. Okay, now I'm gonna go out here. Looks like this is the river, and this is one of the little abutments that comes out. What is that called? And the boats can navigate through with the different lights on the ends. Walking past the old bridge here. the race circles around, goes up over that. Sign here, oldest intercollegiate American sport, crew racing. So we're doing that out there this morning. And the yacht club down below, where it was based out of until a fire destroyed this building in 1917. We'll see this in a couple videos. We'll be out that way where this was. There they are right now. That's you. Stroke, stroke. I don't hear anyone yelling. They must be so in sync with each other. Don't even need to yell. And look at these old pillars coming out of the water here. This may have been a dock at one point or something. It's actually one of the things I'm going to point out in the next video is another dock that's across the way. This actually looks like a good spot to take out a photo that I brought along with me. I don't know how it's going to come out on camera or if I have the right angle here, but this photo was taken from about this location. So I printed this out at home. This is from a website that I'll also leave in the description box down below. This is from a picture that the Liverpool Library provided. You can kind of see the hotel that was here, right in the middle of the photo. And off in the distance, right here, by my finger, the roller coaster. It used to be the other side of the, what we'd call now the sledding hill. Over there, behind that huge bunch of trees that have grown. As far as what I can tell, that was the second roller coaster that was here. First one was destroyed by a tornado. As well, the entire park was destroyed by a tornado in 1912. At any rate, I'll have more on this in the next video. If you're interested in any of the park here, I'm going to go over Long Branch Park with a few other photos. I just thought of it. If you told me this morning I'd be on SU campus, I'd be like, you're on the wrong side of things. SU is way south of here, but sure enough, as you can see by this insignia on that pickup truck, the S for Syracuse University. There's also a boathouse a little further down. One of these trailers here, it says Syracuse Rowing. Just walking past Donnas Tree. Apparently this is Donnas Tree. If anyone knows why, leave a comment down below. Love to hear from everyone, especially subscribers. You guys keep us motivated to go see different things. But now we're walking away from the thruway. It's getting a lot quieter. You can hear the birds. You can hear crickets, frogs in the distance. I'm gonna go see what else is up along the way here. It's a nice morning. I'm glad I could share it with you. This is fun. It's a good time. Kind of wish I got out here earlier though. I guess that's my only issue, is getting out the door. Off to the left of where I was walking, found this little pathway. And there's an interesting sign here I've never seen before. New York State Canalway Water Trail, and a warning about invasive species and how they've invaded our lakes. Make sure you're not carrying these around with you. Clean off your boat after you're done. Yeah, this is a little dock here. You can launch your kayak or anything off of. Some lily pads down here. Little fish swimming around. So it has like wheels. I always wondered how this happened. I thought you just manhandled your craft into the abyss. But this, it looks actually nice. You can like, looks like you can board it right here. It's an accessible transfer system, so you can sit on this platform and slide over. You have your kayak or what have you in there, and you can sit on this and just transfer over. I would do that rather than, or is that how you do it? I always thought you just sat in it and then you tip over and you drown. That's my experience. Maybe not the drowning part. Another little dock over here. I'm not going to go out there because there's a guy fishing. I don't want to disturb the fish. Scare him away. Be very disappointed in me. See, this is how I thought you got your kayak in. The other way is more my style. Like you just slide her on in, sit in it, go for a little ride before you paddle. Yeah, this is what I thought it was. So you get your feet wet and everything. The other way, wow, it's pretty awesome. The other way, we're going under John Glenn Boulevard. More traffic noise. Got a lot of murals painted up here, different schools. It's Nottingham 05. Emma, Maggie, and Sandra. I suppose if you're watching by this point, maybe you would realize I'm not on the lake anymore. I'm kind of north. It's not really the lake anymore. But there's so much stuff coming up here. To this point, I thought, what the heck? Let's just keep going north. And then we'll continue on our little trek around the lake in the next video, right? There's this interesting little bridge. The road goes over that way, and then this pedestrian area is over here. It's a little trail. And look at this swampy water. Shrek would love this. Look at the lily pads in here. I wonder how old this bridge is, because it's beautiful. The embankments here needs maybe some new wood. Maybe it was replaced at one point. But yeah, wow. It's like, or Kermit the Frog would probably, his relatives would like it here. I'm not sure if Miss Piggy would like it, but Kermit would like this. Head down this little walking trail. Oh, it's nice and cool here. It's like 10 degrees cooler walking through here. Put a little photo up, aerial view from the late 1930s. And in the corner you can see a canal lock. And this was part of the Oswego Canal. I have the entryway right here. It's actually what the bridge was going over. So that bridge wouldn't have been here. I guess at first it was wood, and they made it deeper and made it out of stone. And then it's lengthened too, so it actually goes out further than it originally did. So this made a lot of money of carrying cargo up from the city to Oswego and all points north. After it was decommissioned, they built the bridge over the canal there. You can see like the staples, basically big staples made out of iron. So the story of this is it would go where the parkway is in Liverpool and go under that bridge that every single truck hits as it comes through, because they can't read the signs. That one, the truck eating bridge, that bridge was built for trains to go over this canal, and that is why it's so short. So we're walking towards the part that you can see in that photo, and there is a sign down here. I was down here before to do a video and it just didn't come out, so I never posted it, but that was like 5 years ago. And I didn't know what this was. Actually, here's part of the lock. They would shut the doors right here. Let the water drain. Right there looking out towards Seneca River. At the more doors would have been here in this spot. It would shut the doors and drain the water or raise the water level. It's really interesting how the lock works. Canada geese taking off, going into the water from the land. Mudlock, Oswego Canal. Lock number 5 was constructed out of wood in 1828 to provide access to the Oswego Canal to the Seneca River, commonly called Mudlock due to its unstable quicksand lake soil, was rebuilt in stone in 1836. According to local legend, the tavern at Mudlock was infamous for brawls involving a canal boatsman during the mid-1800s. By the turn of the century, it had become more respectable and was a popular stop for pleasure boats carrying Syracuseans to Long Branch Park and the Seneca River resorts. Left to right are Jim Cronk of Liverpool, Billy Rose, a pensioner who had a shack on Mudlock, Jess Kinney of Liverpool, Frank Wise, former lock tender with dog Jerry, Zach Zweiger, Agnes Wise, and Mrs. O.W. Oberlinder in Dr. Oberlinder's road cart. How classy is that? And the sign goes on to say that the lock was basically preserved, put in this state in the 1930s by the WPA, the Work Projects Administration, and it was the same project who built Onondaga Lake Park. Today it is the only remaining intact lock of the old Oswego Canal. Then over here there's also pictures that document the modifications to accommodate larger boats in 1862 and 1887, and the lock was abandoned in 1918 when the Oswego Canal was closed to commercial traffic. So this photo is pretty crazy. I was wondering where this building was and if we could find the spot. And this lock door right here, this is coming across here, and there's an indentation where the door goes. So I think we can actually find out, like, straight up, this guy would have been standing in that spot. If we can find the right angle for this place, and it's probably built parallel to the lock. And so if this hasn't changed, this is just about where that building was right here, because like right there is where the lock door would have been. So it's in this spot right here. So the reason why I suspect it's on that side rather than over here is I don't think there's enough land over here where this other door would have been for the lock. It would have been right here. And there's not enough property, it seems, to have a building on that side. I could be wrong though. So if you know, leave a comment down below, because that's the side with the river. Okay, so we're almost to Wegmans Dog Park, just there, which will be our final stop. And there are what I call the guardsmen of Canada geese and me don't get along, and it's not because I don't like them. I love them, but they just don't like me. Very protective. If you see them, Canada geese, probably find another way. A lot of them like to kind of scare me. That's all. They're scary. They're just looking at me. Oh, there's always one. There's one looking. He's got the lookout. Okay, so I've officially never been over here either. This is the dog park. Take your little doggies out for a walk. Have them run around Cold Springs area. Good dog park. The Wegmans Good Dog Park. East Shore Recreation Trail. Picnic area. And Mudlock Historic Site, which we just saw. I forgot about this trail. We're going to walk down this trail too. And it loops around down at the end of that. Let's go see what this dog park's all about. It's a good to know thing. There's some restrooms over there. A water fountain with a water bottle filling station. Have the Wegmans Good Dog Park. There's a special use area dedicated to you and your pet. And there's some rules. Nice little fenced in area with a sign out here. That's pretty funny. They have a ramp, but then there's also out there a fire hydrant right in the middle. That is pretty great. Have a valid license, be on their current rabies shot, and be tagged. Park rangers will perform periodic spot checks. So that's good. There's a spot for small dogs and any size dog. It's pretty great. A lot of any size dogs in there having fun. A lot of different activities, different things to do in there. Some ramps and tunnels for dogs to go. A lot of room for playing fetch. If you're just here with your friend who has a furry friend, your friend can go in here and you can have a picnic outside. And when they're done, you know, you can have the hot dogs ready for them, for your hot dog. Here's another sign. It has the map. You can see how recently it's been updated, but nothing's really changed around here. Carousel Center. And we kind of started over here. Where did we start? We started way down here. Wegmans Playground. And we walked all the way down here. Hiawatha Point, Willow Bay. And walked further down. Now we're way down here. Just past Mudlock. For our next video, I'll be starting here, Long Branch Park, and we'll work our way up the other side. Probably won't have a map to look at over there, but that's where we'll be walking. We might end the video here or here or here. It might be here. Okay, Google Maps informs me that this is called Cold Springs Trail. If you're looking for it, just north of the Wegmans Dog Park. This ends in a loop, so I'll be walking this and then walking back. I really probably should have taken note of how much walking I've been doing. I'll give you a full report when I'm at the end over here, how long it took. It was a nice little walk. It took about 4 minutes, walking at a pretty decent pace. It's a little swampy area, some frogs croaking. See some houses across the way. It's pretty nice and shaded. Lakers. Everyone, this was super fun hanging out with you guys this morning and showing off and exploring this side of the lake and all the way up to the Cold Springs Trail with you. We'll see you in the next video. Trying to come up with something to end the video with, so if anyone has an idea, let me know. Bye.